when they go low, we go high.
Casting our vote is the ultimate way we go high when they go low. Voting is our high.
Why did the First Lady of the oldest democracy in the world need to tell people that voting is important? Here we, the members of Group 11, present before you the analysis of elections 2016 and try to answer the most prevalent questions by our analysis, that is, does my vote matter? In this dashboard, we present you the comparison of county-wise elections for the year 2012 and 2016. Looking at both the maps, we can see that Republicans dominate during the elections. But as we know the results, the Democrats were the winner during the 2012 elections and the Republicans in 2016. Let's see how the US map looks state-wise after the elections. This is how the US map looks after the elections of 2012 and 16. We can see that the entire states are either painted red representing Republicans or are painted blue representing Democrats. Does it mean that the red states, there were no Democrat supporters and vice versa? No, it doesn't. Let's have a deeper look at one of the states, say Pennsylvania. In 2016, though it looks completely red, but there are people who casted their votes for the Democrats. The way the US elections work is on the basis of electoral college. The party which wins the maximum electoral votes takes all the electoral votes for that particular state. That is, basically the winner takes all system. We can also see that some of the states which were inclined to the Democrats in 2012 are now Republican in 2016. These states which swing the decision of the elections are called swing state. Let's see which states were the decision makers of election 2016. Here is the pattern followed by the swing states in the past 3 elections. As per the encoding, the states which are having the negative votes are the ones which are won by the Republicans, and the one with the positive votes are the ones which are won by Democrats. As we can see in the elections 2016, there were 6 states which flipped the decisions majorly. Some of them were Florida, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Now the question comes, why did these states flip their decisions? Was campaigning one of the factors influencing the decision? Let's see. In this dashboard, we can see the impact of campaigning in swing states. Out of all the campaigning events, 2/3 of the events were focused only in 6 states. The bar chart shows the events conducted by Democrats and Republicans in these states, and this has been sorted by the number of electoral votes. We can see Florida has received the maximum attention in campaigning. The heat map shows the winner of the elections in these particular states. So we can see the campaigning has been successful for Republicans overall, except for the states like Colorado and New Hampshire. Now let's see what are the demographics of the voters. Here we can see the Republicans receive major number of votes from the areas of low per capita income and low sex ratio. Coming to the next point. Now when the elections are over, let's see how the people are reacting to the decision. We did the text analysis on Twitter and looks like people are happy with the new president. With maximum sentiment as neutral, weak positive and strong positive. We can see the tweets like Trump, love, etc. are more compared to the negative tweets. However, we cannot ignore the bias here. That is, the tweets could have come from people who did not vote. We have seen the results as per the electoral college system, but in states like Nebraska and Maine, they follow the split vote system. That is, the winner gets 2 seats of the Senate and the respective houses won by them. So each party receives proportional votes. We tried doing this analysis on other states as well to see if the results would have varied or not. This would have been the distribution of seats if we followed the proportional method. Here, as per the current method in New York, Democrats received 29 seats, but by the current method, they would have lost 9 electoral votes. Similarly, for Pennsylvania, the Republicans would have lost 5 electoral votes. Let's see who would have been the winners with this method. Here we see the Republicans are still the clear winners, with a mean of electoral votes of Republicans greater than the mean of electoral votes received by Democrats. The total votes as per this method received by Democrats and Republicans would have been 299 and 236 respectively. The bar chart on the top shows the percent of people who voted, with the average percent of voters being 54.49%. At the bottom, we have the winner party in that state. We can see that the Republicans have majorly won in the states where the percentage of voting is below average, and Democrats won in the states where percentage of voting is above average. Now let's see if the people who did not vote could have made a difference. The bar chart on the top shows the percent of people who casted their vote and the party won in that state. The second graph shows the percent margin with which the party has won, with the average margin being 9.6%. At the bottom, we have the percent of people who did not cast their vote. In states where the parties have won with a very low margin and that have the percent of non-voters as high, the vote of every person matters. Their votes could have been a game changer. Each vote could have mattered. Here we have taken the difference of the percent of non-voters and the marginal difference between the parties. We can see that in states like Arizona, if 54.41% of the people would have voted, the results could have been different. Thus, we can say that every vote matters. Coming to the summary, we have seen the overview of elections 2016, pattern followed by the swing states, campaigning in the swing state, demographics of voters, public reaction to the results if the electoral votes were splitted, voter turnout, and every vote counts.
That's how we go high. We vote. How do we go high? How do we go high?